Hello student, welcome to the third series of 5-year plans video lecture. I, Shilpi Kavita of International School of Management, Patna, will deliver lecture on 5-year plans in this third series. In the earlier first and second series, we have discussed about the first plan, second plan, third plan, plan holidays, fourth plan, fifth plan, rolling plan, and the sixth plan. Some plans had achieved the target growth rate and some plans did not achieve due to poor monsoons, sometimes drought, sometimes war. So the climatic conditions and the external environment also affected the achievement of growth rate of the 5-year plans. In this video series, I'll be discussing on the 7th 5-year plan, which was from 1985 to 1990. And this plan focused on rapid growth in food grains production, increased employment opportunities and productivity within the framework of basic tenets of planning. This plan was successful. The economy recorded 6% growth rate against the targeted 5%. The 7th 5-year plan was led by the Congress Party with Rajiv Gandhi as the Prime Minister. And the main objective of 7th 5-year plan was economic productivity, production of agriculture, food production, and generating employment through social justice. This was an outcome of 6th 5-year plan, and there had been steady growth in agriculture, the controls on the rate of inflation, and a favorable balance of payment, which provided a strong base of 7th 5-year plan, and that is why its achieved growth rate was far ahead from the target growth rate. The 7th plan had strived towards socialism and energy production at last. And the major thrust was social justice, removal of oppression of the weak, using modern technology, agriculture development, food supply, clothing, shelter, and increasing productivity of small-scale and large-scale industries, and benefiting the small and large-scale farmers, and to make India a self-reliant economy. After the 7th 5-year plan, there was the 8th 5-year plan from 1992 to 1997, and 8th plan was postponed by 2 years because of the political uncertainty at center and the worsening balance of payment position. This plan took drastic policy measures to combat the bad economic situations and to undertake an average annual growth of 5.6%. Some of the main economic outcomes during the 8th plan period were rapid economic growth, high growth of agriculture and allied sector and manufacturing sector, growth in exports, and improvement in trade and current account deficit. The target growth rate was 5.6% and the actual growth rate was 6.8%. So we can see that this 8th 5-year plan was a very successful plan. And at that time, Dr. Manmohan Singh was the finance minister, and he ushered an era of LPG, that is liberalization, privatization, and globalization, which made a major breakthrough in the Indian economy. The Indian economy was thrown open to the foreign companies and foreign investors. Modernization of industries was also a major highlight of the 8th 5-year plan. Meanwhile, India also became a member of the World Trade Organization on 1st January 1995. So we can see that the whole 5-year plan, 8th 5-year plan, was a great success also, and the whole economy had a drastic change in its structure. The major objectives of controlling population, poverty reduction, employment generation, then tourism management, and people participation, all these provide a major thrust for achieving the growth rate. Then came the 9th 5-year plan, which was developed in the context of 4 important dimensions: quality of life, generation of productive employment, regional balance, and self-reliance. So we can see that in this 9th 5-year plan, we were trying to be from developing country to a developed country. These dimensions spoke of being a stage far behind underdeveloped country. So the 9th 5-year plan focused on the relationship between the rapid economic growth and the quality of life for the people of the country. The prime focus of this plan was to increase growth in the country. The 9th 5-year plan placed considerable importance on combining growth And the ninth five-year plan also aimed at correcting the historical inequalities which were still prevalent in the society. The objectives were generally to prioritize agriculture sector, rural development, poverty reduction, accelerate the growth rate, ensure food and nutritional security, infrastructural facilities, to check the population control. Social issues were also undertaken, and a liberal market for increase in private investment. That means liberalization procedure. The ninth five-year plan growth rate was 7.1 percentage target growth rate, and the actual growth rate was 6.8 percentage. That means it was more or less successful plan. And a combined effort of public, private, and all level of government is essential for ensuring the growth of India's economy was realized in this ninth five-year plan. As we moved ahead, the 10th five-year plan from 2002 to 2007, the attainment of 8 percentage growth rate was the target growth rate, and it achieved 7.7 percentage. So more or less, this plan was also successful. And taking note of the inabilities of the earlier five-year plans, especially the ninth five-year plan, the 10th five-year plan decided to take up a resolution for immediate implementation of all the policies formulated in the past. So there was a wide gap between the implementation and the planning. So in the 10th five-year plan, the ground reality was realized what is the problem in the five-year plans. So they made an appeal to make the implementation and planning at a par. This amounts to making appeals to the higher government authorities for successful completion of their campaigns associated with rapid implementation of all past policies. The objectives of the 10th five-year plan was compulsory education for the children by 2003, the mortality rate of children to be reduced, main rivers were to be cleared, poverty ratio should be reduced, and making useful and lucrative employment opportunities. Further, the 10th five-year plan also had a vision that all children from 5 years should go to school, and there should be gender discrimination should be reduced. Extensive afforestation measures should be taken, pure drinking water in the rural areas also. Population growth should be checked up, literacy rate must be increased, and there should be a decrease in maternal mortality ratio. So all the socio-economic problems were very much focused in this 10th five-year plan. The 10th plan has come in 3 volumes. The first volume, titled Dimensions and Strategies, had a broad perspective and discussed the strategy of development, macroeconomic and economy, wide issues relating to growth, investment, and employment, and makes certain general observation on institutional development. The second volume, titled Sectoral Policies and Programs, gives a detail to policies and programs that are necessary to attain the plan objectives. A third volume, titled State Plan Concerns and Strategies, has been introduced for the first time. It places the development of key sectors and spells out strategies of the plan. So till here we see that all the plan in this series were more or less successful. In the next series, that is series 4, we'll be dealing with the 11th and 12th five-year plan and a little bit about Niti Aayog. Thank you.